I'm talking about white plausibility, auto trust that minorities do not get as dating coaches. It's going to offend you. It's going to trigger a lot of people. So I made a chart describing it, just so you understand my perspective, so that you don't think I'm prejudiced or racist or anything like that. I'm related to white people. What is Caucasian privilege? Is there like a privilege that Caucasian dating coaches have that minorities don't? Yes, is an auto trust. This is called evidence, and this is called proof. The proof is that if you can same day lay, and you show from open to sex, that is called proof. Proof is like beyond a shadow of a doubt. Evidence is what Caucasian dating coaches post. For example, they might say something like, oh yeah, I got all these lays and here's my lay count or whatever. But if there's no proof from open to sex, you have every right not to be 100% trusting. Not because of any sort of prejudice. No. It's because they haven't shown proof. And for most Caucasian dating coaches, over here it says number of clothes, imagine this arrow or they're peeing here. It just here and lands here. So because they say this is their lay count, it manipulates your ears. So for your ears, you're like, oh, their lay count is this. So it's an automatic trigger. That means it triggers your mind and you don't even think about it. It's automatic trigger. So when they say something like, oh, this is their lay count, you automatically believe it because they have this Caucasian plausibility that minorities do not have. And second of all, they don't just manipulate your ears. They manipulate your eyes with the auto trigger. For example, every single time you look at this chart and you see something like this because you already heard the unprovable lay count, unverifiable lay count, that doesn't open to sex. So automatically, number of clothes, hang around with women, Insta hangouts, hold to a cab. You see that? It doesn't go all the way to the proof. It gets stuck halfway. But you still automatically trust them because they're Caucasian. This is auto trust. This is something that Asians or other dating coaches do not get. So therefore, have we ever seen a Caucasian dating coach go from open to sex? We've never seen it happen in our lifetime before. Except for one guy from Latvia who was brunette. He was a good-looking guy. But we cannot find a single piece of proof outside of a Caucasian dating coach walking to a cab. Did you know that for the Caucasian naturals, the blue pill guys, the tall, good-looking social skill guys, they're very, very good at Daygame. Seriously. So I trust them because those are the kind of guys who have trained me. These naturals, they have trained me. Their social skills and social calibrations is maxed out because they're naturals and they're Caucasian. But dating coaches, there aren't. They're autistic sociopaths with no skills who uses autistic game tactics. They also use charm and charisma for their emotions. So maybe I'll draw a new chart so you can see for the Caucasian dating coaches what's it like. All right. So when you look at this chart, I'm gonna right here. So there's gonna be 4 pieces to this chart. The first piece over here is social skills. Caucasian dating coaches do not have social skills. They don't have social calibrations or body language. This is something that the Caucasian naturals have. So, and over here, emotional control. This is where the Caucasian dating coaches tries to do more of. They call it charm and charisma. And they try to use more game tactics. But because they're autistic, they don't have access to up here. Social skills and social calibrations. But, John, are you saying that Caucasian dating coaches are not as good? That's exactly what I'm saying. I know it sounds crazy because we're used to hearing, oh, just because they're white, people should give them auto authority without a second thought. which is nothing more than a trigger. Because as soon as they say this is their lay count, they manipulate what you see and what you hear. Well, listen, just because a person is Caucasian, if they're a blue pill tall guy, then yeah, I trust them. They're good because they have social skills, social calibrations. But if they are a PUA, they're autistic. I don't trust them one fucking bit, not even a bit. I know it sounds crazy because we're used to hearing they're so good giving auto authority. This is why RSD has actual auto authority, because they're Caucasians with no proof whatsoever for Daygame. No proof whatsoever. They have to earn their trust. They have to earn their trust because, like I said on this chart, they actually have no proof. They have evidence. They have phone number closes. Do you see that? Once they say their lay count, whatever, they don't have to go past a certain area for proof. They just have to go before the line. But you have auto trust because you're a fucking sheep. This auto authority that other minorities do not have. So I'm going to share with you 3 facts today that is going to revolutionize the way you think about Caucasian dating coaches. Remember, I like white people. I like white women. I relate to white people. I just don't trust a small subset of the population, which is over here. I just don't trust white dating coaches. But they're only a small percentage of the population, less than 1%. There's probably even less than 5,000 dating coaches. White plausibility or white privilege for dating coaches. They call this a halo effect. So what's a halo effect? It's very simple. Halo effect means that because of one quality, they get automatic trust. They look at a Caucasian dating coach and they say, well, because he's white, therefore he must be good, right? White is right. Just because they're Caucasian does not mean they automatically mean they deserve auto trust. That is an automatic trigger. Automatic trigger in their mind is a trigger. For example, there was a book called Influence. They talked about how people are auto triggered. If a turkey, the mother turkey, hears a chirping sound that comes out of their little baby bird, chirp, 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 right? It's a trigger that it will not kill it. So if you change the sound of it, the turkey mother bird will automatically kill that bird, that little baby. Why? Because it's a trigger. You automatically trust. Because they just have to say, oh, this is their lay count. That's what you hear. It's a trigger. You get it? That's the sight or the sound, the senses. And the sight is up here, which I wrote in the chart. The Caucasian plausibility chart. That means number closes, hang out with women, go in a cab. It's not a same day lay from open to sex. You've never seen it before, except for one Latvian who's brunette and good looking. So most Caucasian dating coaches, if they're shooting their piss or arrow here, they never ever made it that far. But you always say, oh, but it seems plausible. It looks like it's possible. So this is what they call white plausibility. That means this is a privilege. A privilege is something a subgroup of people have that the other subgroups do not have. They have auto trust. And what I'm trying to say is all the naturals that have trained me have perfect social skills and social calibration right up here. These guys already have 5 points here and they have good emotions. They already have 7.5 points. They're way over the line. They're not just 20 out of 35. They're like 23 or 24 out of 35. But for the dating coaches, they only got game and they only have charm and charisma. So because they have like 1 point here and 1 point here, unless the coach is 8 out of 10 in looks, they can't get over that line. So they use tactics heavy. But they get auto trust because you lump them. Auto triggers because you lump these Caucasian dating coaches automatically the same as you have lumped it with the white naturals, the blue pill tall white guys who basically women falls out of the sky and they just can't stop having sex just because they're tall and they have social skills. They're way above 20 out of 35. But the Caucasian dating coaches are not the same way. That's what I'm trying to say. So they say a false arbitrary lay count. They manipulate your ears and they give minimal evidence. So number closing fields or some performance art where they pretend to have charm and charisma. It's always at nighttime when they pull a woman into a cab. That, for you guys, is enough plausibility. The Caucasian plausibility that minorities do not have. So they just have to go, they don't have to go to a same delay with proof. They just have to shoot their ear up to a cab. Just like, you see that? They always come up short. But because you guys are the ones who've given them the automatic authority. You see that? They only have authority because you guys have given it. And even if I say for their social skills and social calibrations is lacking, most of you are lacking the exact same social calibrations and social skills. So therefore, you guys are just as autistic as these coaches. So they use charm and charisma, game tactics, charisma for emotions, but they don't get over that line. Most Caucasian dating coaches, they exhibit signs of autism. They exhibit signs of Asperger's. They don't have any social skills. And you know that by the way they talk. This includes Coach Kyle. This includes all of RSD, a lot of London Daygame. They'll make a statement first, and she'll give a short answer. You look like you are this. Oh, yeah. And they'll ask a question. Are you this or that? And she'll be like, yeah. Oh, you look like you are this. They stack again. And she's like, but are you this or that? No. So she's always giving a short answer. They never do the whole triangular flow drill. So Coach Kyle has this. RSD has this. London Daygame. It's like a lot of coaches have this. A lot of these RSD kind of style dating coaches. They never have a triangular flow drill. So they never have enough social skills and social calibration. You just mistaken the real naturals or the real blue pill tall white guys who basically have perfect social skills and perfect body language and perfect emotions. They're confident. So they're 7.5 out of 10 already. The race is already 10 out of 10. That's 17. Seriously, 0.5. Their looks are way above like 7. They're tall. They're way above this 20 out of 35 line. But the Caucasian dating coaches, if they're tall but they're not good looking, they're only like 7 out of 10. The race is 10 out of 10. But is their skills over 3 in terms of social skills and social calibrations? They're at 0. They have no body language. All they have is this, I have this expectation to pull when they tell this little Asian guy, you are awesome. You are enough. Go out there and you have the right vibe. So that's what they tell them because they're autistic. They only have charm and charisma and game tactics. That's all they have. So they tell you and you automatically trust them. But the white naturals and the blue pill tall white guys are godlike in Daygame. They train me. They train Johnny Lee. I have many white naturals training that looks like male models. They'll fucking kill you in Daygame. But when you think that the Caucasian dating coaches are the same as the white naturals because they say this is their lay count, it's automatic trigger. It triggers you in your own fucking mind without even thinking at all. You just think, well, yeah, it seems plausible because you're also autistic. You also don't have social skills. So automatically when they say lay count, oh yeah, now they manipulate your fucking ears. And they'll manipulate your fucking eyes when they show you no proof. They call everything proof. Proof means you can win a case beyond a reasonable doubt. They have evidence. And this is why I made this chart over here. The white plausibility chart is that they have nothing but evidence here. This is the same day lay here. That's proof. If they got that in the infield, but they'll make excuses how it's illegal to record her, you cannot record in the bedroom. They have exactly the same fucking excuses. They always come up short, right up to the fucking cap. Every single motherfucking time. So here's the number close. White dating coaches. Number close. I hang out with women. it insta hangout. It just never ever goes past this fucking line. In fact, name one Caucasian dating coach that ever showed from open to sex. There was only one, a guy called Alpha Man Training. I'm not saying you should train under him because he bribes his fucking students, but I'm just saying he is the only Caucasian dating coach in the world who has shown from open to sex, and he got a rape charge for it. So therefore, he's the only one. Yeah, he's tall, he's good looking, very tall, very good looking, a little bit crazy, a little bit psycho. But that's not the point. He's the only one that has shown proof. For the white dating coaches or white naturals that I know, the white naturals, they're all good. They're all tall. They have perfect social skills, social calibration. They're for real. But you have lumped, because your lack of social skills, you have lumped these guys and given them auto authority, like a halo effect. Oh, because they're white, therefore they must be good. So you just take one piece of whatever. Oh, he looks like he's good looking, therefore he must be good. First of all, you look at their testimonial count. When they say, oh, I got the most proof, you look at their fucking testimonial section, and it's all full of padded testimonials. There's no fucking lays for Daygame or Nightgame. There's a few. It's mostly a bunch of Tinder stupid mental bullshit. And most of their fucking testimonials just says, I got over red pill, or I got over black pill. And they put that in a testimonial, or I got dates lined up. That's not a fucking testimonial. That is called mental bullshit. That's called white plausibility. So once they say their lay count, auto-triggered your mind, manipulates your ears, manipulates your fucking sights. And from there, you automatically trust. But they're not the same as the blue pill or the naturals, because they don't have social skills and social calibration. I just don't trust white dating coaches. That's all I'm saying. They have to prove themselves. They can't just go for a number close, or go on a fucking Insta date or whatever, or in the cab. They always come up short. They never go from open to sex. And the only proof over here, as it says, seeking arrangement lead gen. That's all they have. And that's their proof. No, it's called evidence. Plausibility. Manipulate by your sight. Manipulate by your fucking what you hear. So maybe you should do something called a gut check. That means, what is a gut check, John? The gut check is that you have auto triggers. Automatically, it gets triggered when they tell you their lay count. And when you look at this white plausibility, even though they're not doing it the same day later, walking to a cab, you need to do a second check. So we already know there was two triggers being both sight and sound. Two triggers. The point is, this helps me metaphorically explain to you that you got manipulated by what you hear and what you saw. And you saw no proof. Ask yourself a question. When was the last time you see a Caucasian dating coach same day late? You're like, oh, they do it all the time, like Todd V. No, seriously. He walked into a cab, or at nighttime, walked a woman into Las Vegas, into a hotel. Once. When was the last time you saw a Caucasian dating coach open a woman in Daygame, insta date, bring her all the way home? I'm sure there's a lot of them that just pose and nothing happens, and then had sex with her. And you're thinking to yourself, is it RSD Max? Julian? How about Coach Kyle? Shit, no. What about Brad Askis? Not even one. A lot of pose. Any same day late? No, zero. Is there any? Oh, there's one guy, AMT. He got a rape charge, but he's the only one. Tom Terrell. He's caught faking infield. Is there any Caucasian? And you're thinking to yourself, you're like, holy shit, John has just exposed something. You automatically assumed, just because they're Caucasian, that they're gods of Daygame. When the ones who are gods of Daygame are the blue pill guys, or the naturals, the real naturals. Not just some fucking privilege, the word privilege guy. Just by being white and decent looking does not mean you're a natural. That's called privilege. If they're putting their hands in their pockets and they're not moving their body, they don't have social calibrations of the naturals. If they're using like fucking gamey game tactics and they don't use the social skill flow drill, they don't have any social skills. They're fake naturals. Anyone could claim they're a natural. I've been trained by real naturals, and I have it on my phone, so I just want to post some proof. So John's been trained by white people, but why are you talking badly about white people? Because they're not the same as white dating coaches. Let's look at one example. My student in Europe used to film in fields for, who's this guy? Look. Who's that guy? That's Max Tarnoff, or RSD Max. And who's the other guy? He's Willie Beck. That's simple pickup shit. You know how many fucking approaches did these so-called naturals that you have given Caucasian plausibility to get a date? 500 fucking approaches. Wait, 500? 500 approaches for one date. Witnessed by my student, who I got him 3 lays with a hot blonde woman from 3 months to proficiency. And he was giving me this. You can see the word Willie Och Max. So what language is this? I don't want to say. So that's for my students, for example. And there's a lot of white naturals that have trained John Elite. I'm not joking. Look at this guy. This guy has mentored me. You're like, what? Sean is mentored by white people? Are you fucking kidding me? I thought he's like, yes. He's an inner circle member. He's 5'11.5" in German, but he speaks perfect English. Very handsome guy. He's almost like 9 out of 10 in looks, or 9.1. These naturals that have trained John Elite, John knows the real natural game. That's why whatever I teach you works. I've been trained by all sorts of heights, all sorts of ethnicities, except Asians. There's no such thing as an Asian natural. Because a natural is basically a person that has perfect social skills by default, social calibration, the emotional control, not gaming. Even for an Asian guy, because his ethnicity is only 1 out of 10 or 0, depending on how you dress, how whitewashed you are. There's not enough points to automatically just throw them over that line. There's just not that many Asian naturals that I know. I've never met one. You've never seen a white dating coach in Daygame ever seen they lay. They always come up short. Phone number closes videos. Phone number closes. Insta hangouts or fucking walking in a cab. You never see a same day lay except for one guy. But that's the point. Is that when these Asians start listening to these white people, these tall Caucasian dating coaches, and they start sucking the dick off of these people. And when they make a fucking testimonial, you get this little short Asian fuck with glasses who used to be red pill. He never got laid. He just had some mindset shifts. Because a Caucasian dating coach tells him for charm and charisma you're awesome, expect to get laid. Expect it. That's not social skills and social calibration. That's fucking tactics and emotions. It's not enough. This guy made a fucking testimonial padding a white dating coach's testimonial page, which is mostly just full of fucking mental bullshit, Tinder testimonials, or boot camp reviews when they didn't get laid. Only day game or night game counts. So how many testimonials do they really have? They're just padding it. I'll post as many testimonials, even if I have to put like coming soon testimonials to make my fucking point. So yes, I trust white naturals, but not white dating coaches. That's auto trust. Because you're autistic, they're autistic, you can't see the difference. For Caucasian dating coaches, do a gut check. Re-examine whether or not they are actually any good. How many lay testimonials? But you automatically trust them because they just say, oh, here's my lay count, right? Okay, that's your lay count. But have you ever seen, because they manipulate your ears, have you ever seen a single fucking same day lay infield? You're like, well, you got plenty of pull infields. Oh, pull infields, huh? That's why I made this chart of white plausibility. Apparently, just for pull infields over here, it doesn't become proof. It's evidence. So they just have to throw as much evidence and they let you automatically decide in your own fucking mind, auto-triggering you, manipulating you to to the point where you're just like, oh, that seems plausible. And then they take your fucking money because you think they're the same as the white naturals that have trained me. You think they're the same as the white blue pill guys who are infinitely better than the white dating coaches. Oh my God. You've been manipulated all this time. They got you. Instead of going to John Elite, where it's a solution to all your problems, because even Caucasian students are coming to John Elite because they're no longer enough. Here's the big secret of Caucasian dating coaches. Oh, but they got some poll infields, or polls. They never say same day late. They cannot show it. A cab, nighttime, always the same shit. Or seeking arrangements, lead gen, pictures, lay pics. It's not even lay pics. They're just in the fucking bathroom, holding the camera and covering the seeking arrangement. What if these white dating coaches are so autistic, so sociopathic, like RSD? What if they're actually not good at Daygame? What? Okay, here's the biggest mindfuck of all that I figured out. What you say, John? What if most white dating coaches are not above 20 out of 35? All these other guys who are naturals are way above the line. John, why didn't you fucking tell us this before? Why didn't you fucking tell us that they're not good and they're not above 20 out of 35, John? We've been listening to these white dating coaches. I thought you guys fucking knew. I didn't know you guys are so autistic you can't perceive it. I thought you fucking knew. I thought everyone knew. But maybe I've overestimated your social calibrations. So you're saying, because what made me the most pissed off was one of the guys from the Outer Circle, my Facebook group. You guys want to join it, right? Just find it. He was asking me, what do you think of this company called whatever, UMP? It's kind of funny because I was telling him that the coach, because he talked to me before privately, I told him that the reason why you're not getting laid in the coaches, he always thinks his looks. No, this coach is autistic. He has no social skills, no social calibrations over here. He's only got game tactics and emotional charm and charisma. And he's like, fuck. And I said, because you, although you are tall, you're just not that good looking, therefore you're below the line. He's just above the line, barely, because he's like 9 out of 10 in looks. So he just needs 1 point. He didn't get it. He didn't fucking get it, because he's autistic too. If he went to John Elite instead of, because he's stuck in their fucking program for a year, and now you guys cannot even afford Elite 30, because you're all on fucking food stamps. These guys have no social fucking skills whatsoever. It's complete fucking nonsense. This is the reason why people say, oh, RSD Julian's advanced. In what way is he advanced? Oh, because they're tall and they're good looking. Then that fucking Asian dating coach just teaches it to Vancouver. They're tall and good looking. Not even one fucking Daygame lay testimonial. Maybe just one for his product, but nothing else. Oh, night game. You see that? For these white privileged plausibility dating coaches, their stuff, their mystery method, or their RSD shit is a night game fucking system. Night game does not require as much social skills and social calibrations as Daygame. Daygame requires a lot of social skills. This is why ABCs of low self-esteem can get night game lay testimonial, because it doesn't require social skills. You're like, ABC, yes. Now ABCs is gaslighting on TikTok, a new generation of Asians. Mystery method and RSD shit does not transfer to Daygame. Don't you guys get it? These night game technologies are not Daygame technologies. What I'm teaching you guys are from the real natural. When I'm selling you guys my course and you guys are dismissing it, how can I fight against people that are Caucasians with Caucasian plausibility with no proof? Because of your auto fucking triggers. As soon as they say lay count, show me the lay counts. Show me some of them. Oh, I can't. I just have the lay pics. Can you show me one for open to sex? No? But guess what? You see it with your eyes, auto trigger. Your brain shuts down because you're fucking autistic. And you say, oh, it seems plausible. It's a halo effect. He's white. He must be good. He must be good because he's white. And you come up short every fucking time. The arrow will just be like, seeking arrangement, lead gen, screenshot. Number close video. Oh. Insta hangout. He looks like he's walking halfway to the poll location. So it must be plausible. You see that? You rewritten in your own fucking brain that they're good, even though there's no fucking proof, and Johnny Elite's showing you that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Now you realize, holy shit, your entire life you've been gaslighted by Caucasian dating coaches. And yup, because you're stupid and you're autistic. They actually find it funny. Most of you guys are so delusional. You just have to say, here's my lay count, and here's some plausibility. They're posting anything as testimonials. Even if you got like, oh, I got dates lined up. That's a testimonial in their page. Oh, I got an over red pill. That's a testimonial. In Johnny Elite dating, if I ever post that, I will never do it. Because that does not count. That is not a lay. That is not a poll. Or the student says, oh, I complete my boot camp, but I learn about my sticking points. So they'll write the word, he's turning to a beast. They use this confusing language. Oh, he's turning to a beast. Or he is like a fucking, he's crushing it. He didn't get laid, you fucking idiots. He didn't get laid. He didn't even fucking pull. How the fuck is that crushing it? How is that in the testimonial section? They need to trim out all the testimonials with the black pill stuff that they gotten over black pill or red pill. Then they have to cut out all the testimonials that says that they did not get laid or pulled. If they cut that out, guess what happens? How many testimonials are left? Less than half. They cut out all the Tinder stuff. Fuck, they got less than a dozen testimonials. Just night game. They don't have anything for day games. That's what you don't see. And when they go to the boot camp, it becomes a slaughterhouse. You get it? First they get fleeced like a sheep, then becomes a slaughterhouse. Unbelievable. Yet you guys got all gaslighted. It got you so good. Why you fall for it? Because you're delusional? Are you a sociopath? Or maybe you have a zombie VR because you cannot see properly, because now things are harder. Now you don't even make enough money to pay for your gas. You don't even make enough money to pay for your fucking food prices, the inflation, the Biden zombie. So therefore, you're always in fucking survival mode. Your self-esteem goes down, your ego goes up, your delusions go up. So now they can gaslight you. They can get auto triggers. Lay count. Plausibility. Number close videos. Walking in a cab. No proof. And then your mind will be like, oh. And then you automatically trust me. Turn off your brain. And now because of the fucking Biden zombie and their food prices and the fucking gas prices, now you have doubled down on autism. You're like, if the president is fucking incompetent and he's a fucking zombie, and you can see what happens when you're low self-esteem, zombie Machiavellian behavior of delusions like a zombie VR, what happens if you're in charge of the world? This is what happens. Your incompetence will ruin the world. So your fucking zombie VR looks at all this, the white plausibility, and they get you every time. Every fucking time. And now they just have to lie to you, saying, oh, it's like a casino. You have unlimited chips. You fucking zombies. RSD concepts. Just go and approach as much as you want. It's all volume, guys. Don't you get it? There's a 10% stats. As they say, 10%. 10% stats means 90% autism. I'll say this again. 10% stats equals 90% autism. For the inner circle of players and naturals. Most of these guys get laid like within a few approaches. Same with my students now. My students are getting laid in one approach, 3, 6, or less than 10. I don't get it, John. I don't get it. It's not going in my head. Nothing bouncing off my fucking head. Nothing. 3 approaches, fucking 6 approaches, 1 approach. Nothing. It doesn't fucking go in there. They fleece the sheeps with white plausibility or RSD-like concept, which start from white people. That's the problem. Even these fucking mystery method RSD derivatives are more suitable for night game. This is an industry of autistic fucking zombies. This is your cry for help. Because right now with the food prices and gas prices, self-esteem goes down, ego goes up, delusions go up. So therefore, you don't understand anything. I can't get through to you. I have to be very fucking direct here. That you're listening to white plausibility. Halo effect. So let's look at what halo effect means. Halo effect. A tendency, okay, for an impression created to one area, being white, to influence the opinions in another area. You're like, what? Okay, let's look at what Psychology Today says about the halo effect, shall we? The halo effect is a cognitive bias that occurs when initial positive judgment, like I said, auto trigger, oh, lay counts, brain shuts down, oh, plausibility. When a positive judgment about a person unconscious colors the perception of the individual as a behold, right? So when forming the first impression, observing the initial attractive feature, oh, he's tall, he's white. Perhaps beauty or strength can make a person appealing, making it difficult to revise that impression based on new opposing information. You're like, holy shit. So John, you're saying, based on this halo effect, that you guys are having auto triggers in your mind, that you can no longer control yourself. Can you prove that their lay count, when white dating coaches do not have a single fucking same-day lay-in field? They have plausibility, but the proof is the same-day lay. They've never done it before because they're not above 20 out of 35. How can you trust the white dating coach's lay count? You're like, holy fuck, you're right, John. So you're saying that white dating coaches have been manipulating or triggering your mind, what you hear, because they've been telling you false lay counts, and you automatically assumed, because they're white with the halo effect, that they're good. So you look at them and you say, they must be good because they got a phone number closed. There's a world out there of blue pill people who are getting laid like nonstop. And these guys like Crap Wisdom McKing can barely even post a lay testimonial. They just use the word, he's crushing it. He's turning into a beast. They're turning into a beast. They use the same fucking words every time. They're a beast and they're crushing it. They give me a good review in my boot camp. They're learning from their sticking point. They're crushing it. Where are the fucking lay testimonials or posts? Oh, there is none for Daygame. Just 3, or Crap Wisdom McKing. Maybe he might get his first one soon. You see that? They all pad their testimonials. Crap Wisdom McKing. So John Elite is telling the world all white dating coaches are frauds until proven otherwise. So what's the word fraud? Okay? Let's see if it fits the definition. If white dating coaches cannot get a same-day lay, okay? Let's see if they fit into the definition of fraud. So frauds, wrongful or criminal deception intended to result in financial or personal gain. Oh, that sounds like all white dating coaches. They're all fraudsters. Here's the second thing. A person or a thing intended to deceive others, typically unjustifiably claiming or being credited with accomplishments or qualities. Oh yeah, here's my lay count. Holy shit, that sounds exactly like a fraud. White dating coaches are all frauds. Holy shit, you're right. That is the exact definition of a fraud. They're all 19 out of... They're not 20 out of 35. They're all 19 or 18 or 17. Or Todd even lower because he sucks. The whole industry is all a lie. It's a big circus full of liars. That's why they keep getting roasted. These are not the same as the white people I know that trained me. This is a completely lower caste of people. These guys up here are really up there. They're millionaires, the ones I know, the white people. They're rich, they're socially calibrated, they're smart, they're tall, they're good looking. Now the PUAs are just like, fraud. They're depending on you believing that they're up here. Because these guys do get laid a lot. But these guys down here, they can't even get a fucking same-day lay-in field. Except for one guy who got a rape charge from Latvia, brown hair guy. That's it, just one. So you're saying that all these guys are just frauds? Yes, Johnny Lee is saying, I'm going to rip off their fucking mask. Johnny Lee knows. I just let them get away with it because I thought you guys all knew they're frauds. No, but apparently, now you guys are realizing when you look through your zombie VR, you're also autistic like them. That's why you cannot see through AG's fucking infields. You can't fucking see through it.